Top of the hour, 10 o'clock a.m. on this dreary Monday. Hang on a second. On this dreary Monday, May 11th, 2020. Hello, I'm Jason Reese, and welcome to Good Morning Batavia, a Jason Reese media presentation. Last week, this is important news if you know me. I've always said that part of my problem in my life, I did not know any information from about 1968 back to when I was born in 1962. Last couple of Good Morning Batavias, I've been telling you about it. But later on today, I'll be posting the contents of the package I received. You might say, why would you want to do something like that? I would say, because I have nothing to hide. It's not X-rated, but it's pretty vulgar. Prostitution, masturbation, what was that? Something to do with my testicle. I go, you know what, Jason? All of those issues are you. Your mother partied. She partied when you were pregnant. Your foster mother said when you're 5 years old, you were masturbating, which I find tough to believe. I wouldn't know. I might have been playing with myself, but that's not masturbation. You know, when kids reach down there and want to be curious to see what their little pee-pee is or whatever. That's probably what I was doing, but I wasn't masturbating by any stretch of the imagination. Back in 1967, now 2020 is a whole new ball game. But that's two different issues. Literally, it is. It's literally two different issues. So how you doing today? We got to go from the popular Facebook to YouTube. I'm going to try to spruce up YouTube a little. We were starting to get some good hits, then all of a sudden they changed. You know how Facebook does it. Seems like every time they want something, someone gets going somewhere, they change it over or they add strict rules, whatever. So we're going to start marketing YouTube like I did on Facebook. Try this down a little more. There we go. Much better. As I said, it's really rainy and dreary out today. Expecting some frost tonight. And it's just been really been a blah spring here in Western New York. You got some things blooming over there, but it's been wet, rainy and snowy and gray, and you can just see it. We haven't had any temperature. I don't think we had a temperature over 75 degrees this year. Going into Memorial Day, which is 2 weeks away, by the way. What's today, the 11th? 22nd? No, 11, 18th, 25th. About 2 weeks away, Memorial Day. So I'm going to show you the package. I think the last time I was on here, I was on Facebook, and I showed the package, but this is it. Very informal, by the way. Sue Johnson did an incredible job in her research. I mean, incredible. So we'll read a little of it today. Dear Mr. Reese, I apologize for the delay in responding to your inquiry. Reason, your foster care records. I'm going to skip down some. The records indicate that you struggled in school. There were speculations that you may have had some developmental delays. However, testing showed that you were considered to be in the normal range. While you may have tested within the normal range, there was also documentation that Dolores drank often and to the point of intoxication, which we now know to be very harmful to the unborn child and can negatively impact a person's ability to function well in traditional educational settings. So basically, what happened was they sent me to school and they put me in what is in a slow class from when I first went into kindergarten. I don't know if you want to call it failing kindergarten, but something, as we now know, because of the fact of the way I was raised, that I wasn't really educationally sound like you might get with some people. I might have failed kindergarten, but we now know the reasons. There is no identified yeah, I already read this before. So my brothers my siblings are. Dolores had 6 sons. I'm one of 5 of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 6. Roger, born 7/25/1959. Layton, born June 25th, 1956. Novellus, born May 4th, 1957. Andre, also known as Audrey, born 7/29/59. John was born 10/4/1960, and I was born June 25th, 1962. On June 25th, 1962, you were born prematurely at 34 weeks at Dolores' home at 88 Manhattan Street in Rochester, and then taken to the hospital. Upon discharge from the hospital, you were in Dolores' care. At the time, it appears that she also had John in her care, but the older boys had been in the care of the Mayweathers since they were born. So I was born premature and not in a hospital. You were again placed in foster care. Dolores did not want to care for a baby, had been drinking, and there was questions of physical neglect. You were placed in a foster home, Corinthi Durham, at 1050 South Plymouth Avenue in Rochester, through SPCC, Society for Preventing Cruelty to Children. The agency is now known as SPCC, the Society for Prevention and Care of Children. You were in foster care until you turned age 21. Thought I turned 20, but 21, 20, what's the big deal? I have learned through my research in other cases that prior to the mid-70s, some children were initially placed in FCC. Well, we're going to skip that. We're going to go up to when I moved to Pavilion, New York. In April 1966, caseworker Anne Marie Carroll described you as a very attractive and appealing 3-year-old boy. You continued to grow and make progress in the Osby foster home. There had been no contact from Dolores since May of 1964, so 2 years then. Miss Osby died very unexpectedly on 4/22/66. She had severe ulcers on both legs, but had refused hospitalization and likely died from infection. As of 4/22/66, you were placed in the foster home of Edward and Adelia Williams at 7604 Walker Road, Leroy, New York. So by the time I was 4 years old, June 20th, 1966, she had pediatric visit and were described as quite well, very active little boy, speaking well, shy, and good health. So things were moving up. As of 3/30/67, you're described as slow, behind in development, but a happy child who eats well. You are referred to Dr. Baxter for evaluation, probably a developmental assessment. In December 1968, you had surgery at Strong Memorial Hospital, Dr. Linke, for the undescended testicle for circumcision. Richie, one of the other foster children in the Williams foster home, also had surgery at the same time, and your foster mother prepared you with books and discussion. Surgery went well, and you returned to school after a few weeks. So I was pretty sick growing up, also, I'm noticing. Well, we're going to fast forward a little, and we're going to come to the end of this article. I hope this information is useful. I know that it can be very difficult to read some of the material, but it also gives you a sense of the circumstances of your birth mother's life, which impacted your life, as well as some of the details of your childhood. Perhaps more importantly, the information verifies that you were loved and you had people who cared about you and wanted the best for you. Sincerely, Sue Johnson. Well, I got to say, that is one heck of a report, Miss Johnson, and thank you for all that good work. So now we're going to swing over to the monitor and see what's happening over there. I'm going to post this on Facebook, and you will be able to read it for yourself. Anyways, you're watching Good Morning Batavia, and I'm your host, Jason Reese.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today for lunch, we have macaroni and cheese, veggies, and a biscuit with dessert. Starting service at 10:45, we have macaroni and cheese with a biscuit and vegetables, and also dessert. Come on down starting at 10:45.
Let's go to golf quickly. And in the news, here's something. I'm not sure how true it is, but it says that Vice President Mike Pence had to self-quarantine himself because he came in contact with someone who had the coronavirus. I haven't heard anything yet, but that's pretty interesting if it's true, which I'm pretty sure it is, by the way. So what we're going to do, play a hole here. Finish cleaning because we're going to get ready to go back to work. It looks like probably Friday, Saturday I'll be working. Probably to 4, I'm guessing. So we're going to have to get ready for work is what I've been doing. Last time I worked was March 19th, 2020. It's quite a while ago. Let's see, March, April, full month, about 50 days. Wow, looks like this doesn't want to load. Well, I'm not going to wait. We'll go up here. It's about time to call it anyways. It's 17, so we're going to call it a show today. Cancellation of the Amex season has expected, but still staying. So no AHL hockey in Rochester. Amazing. Wow. Nearly half the New Yorkers say restrictions that stay in place past the May 15 expiration. So we're going to find out soon. A virtual? Nope. Dozens of cases of pediatric multi-system inflammatory syndrome are reporting some symptoms similar to Kawasaki disease and toxic shock syndrome. Nicholas Johnson has already worked at Google and interned at Oxford University, and he will attend MIT in the fall. Princeton University named its first Black valedictorian. Congratulations. Governor Cuomo has not did a terrible job. He's did actually a pretty good job. I think it'd be far worse if we had others in office. Oh, hang on here. NBC admits Chuck Todd's Meet the Press deceptively edited Barr remarks on Flynn. You can do a lot of editing, I'll tell you that much. But I'm going to take off right now, and I will see you tomorrow on here on YouTube. Anyways, for Good Morning with Tavia, I'm your host, Jason Reese. Have a nice day, and see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Stopped raining just like that. How do you like that? And it's still a little water out there, but still it's not really too bad. Anyways, for Good Morning with Tavia, I'm your host, Jason Reese. Have a nice day and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.